welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 Amazon must-haves for TTC or trying to conceive. So you'll see my little stockpile back here. I have definitely been building my arsenal, and these all range from supplements that I'm currently taking or using to supplements that my husband is also taking as well. Quick little disclaimer, these are supplements that have been recommended to both my husband and I based on our own circumstances. So by no means am I a doctor telling you that this is what you need to do to conceive. Definitely check with your primary or your OB before you start taking supplements, but these are just what have been recommended to me and my husband. Of course, I will link everything down below so you can go right to it and get the exact product that I'm talking about. The first product I want to talk to you guys about is Pregnitude. Pregnitude is a morning and afternoon supplement that you mix with water. It's a 30-day supplement. It is supposed to correct your ovulation cycle. It is supposed to help with your fertility and also regulate your cycle if your cycles are off. The next product I'll tell you about is a His and Hers bundle preconception and prenatal from one a day. My husband obviously takes the preconception and I take the prenatal. He's better at taking pills than I am because they are both 30-day supplements and he always runs out before I do. I'm just not good with remembering pills and taking supplements, so that's why mine usually lasts a little bit longer. I can definitely tell when I take these because my nails grow really fast and seem a lot healthier than whenever I'm not on them. And it's just a regular prenatal, and that is what I intend to use whenever we do finally conceive. So the next couple of supplements that I'm going to be talking about are based on friend reviews and their experience with them. This is not a doctor recommendation, but something that we are trying just to give it, another shot at it. And the first product I don't have anymore, but I will pop in a screenshot here. It is called Vitex. It's advertised as a hormone balance and a reproductive health supplement. It is a 60-day supply, so it's supposed to last you 2 months and you take it once a day. And it was recommended to me by a family member who has many babies, so she said that that's what she took whenever she was trying to conceive and it helped her a lot. The next supplement I want to talk to you guys about is Maca Root. This again is a supplement that was recommended to me by a family friend, and this is specifically the red Maca Root, which is advertised as female fertility health and promotion of fertility. So this is the raw powder form of it. It comes in capsules and powder and things like that. But in doing a little bit more research with it, there are different types of Maca Root. There's red, there's black, and there's yellow. And the red is specifically designed to help aid in the female fertility. Manny actually took a couple of Maca Roots himself. I will pop in a screenshot here because I don't have that bottle anymore. Like I say, he's very good at taking his medicine. Now he took the one that has black, yellow, and red Maca Root, so I don't know if one or the other is specifically designed or recommended for men, but he took the tri one that had all three in one. The last few supplements that I want to talk about before we move on to the products is definitely something that was recommended by our OB, and these are recommended for Manny to take. So he had an analysis done and it was just below average as where they like to see the numbers. These are the supplements that they recommended that he take to go ahead and boost that number back up to where it needs to be. It is just a vitamin C supplement and a CoQ10, and these, like I say, were recommended by the OB, so definitely talk to a specialist about getting on a regimen that you are lacking, maybe in a vitamin, because that could very well be the possibility. All right, well, those are all of my supplements I wanted to talk about. Let's move on to the products. So the first product I want to talk about is the first step really in tracking your ovulation and knowing whenever you need to take advantage of your window of opportunity, and that is through ovulation sticks or ovulation testing. So I have a couple different ovulation tests that I take. One is the Clear Blue test. So this is a pack of 30 test strips and they are made to be used with this Clear Blue tester. This tester actually came in a pack, I think it was 12. I'll pop in the screenshot here. So it came in its standalone pack so that you use this tester and those strips together, and then this is a replacement for this tester. It is advertised to be used with this tester, but this tester is $125. So I haven't made that commitment yet to my ovulation tracking, but that may be the next step if this one shows that it's not giving me accurate results, which as of right now, it has been very reliable and I trust the results that I get on it. So I don't think I'm ready to jump just into that 125 yet, but definitely the clear blue is a necessity. So I use the clear blue, as I was saying, in conjunction with these little OPK, and here is what they look like in the box. This is the Pregnate ovulation tests, and I call these like the little cheap tests because you can get so many for so cheap. And basically with these, what I like to do is at the start of my cycle, I will start ovulation testing and see exactly when my fertility hormone peaks. And then once I get a pretty positive on this test, I will then jump over to my clear blue to confirm it. So with these tests, because they are little line strip tests, I do use them with an app called Premom. And with the Premom app, here's what it looks like. You just take a picture of your test, and then it tells you what fertility number you're at for that day. So like I say, I use these more often than I use the clear blue, just because the clear blue can get a bit costly. This is what I use together with the clear blue, but definitely if you're gonna go either one, I would recommend going with the clear blue. If you don't pick up these and just go with one or the other, pick up the clear blue just because they have a smiley face to a 0 reading, whereas if you're peak fertility, it'll give you a smiley face, and if you're not fertile at all, it'll give you a big fat 0. So it takes the guesswork completely out of it, whereas this one, you have to kind of guess with the lines, and then even with the picture, it's an app telling you and predicting the percentage of fertility hormone, and whereas that is like it's reading it. And of course, with all of this testing, you need something to collect your sample with. I have a few different cups. This is the first kind of cup that I ever bought for ovulation and pregnancy testing, and this one works really well. It's a deep cup, so it collects a lot more of the sample than you actually need. But I also have these kind of cups, which have a little handle on them actually. So it has like a little handle that you can grip it, and these aren't as deep and they collect you know, enough to test with. So these are definitely a must-have for obvious reasons. If you're going to be collecting samples and testing, you need something to collect them in. I mean, you can collect them in, you know, a cup from the kitchen, but I just prefer to use toss cups and little mini cups. It's just easier for me. Another product that we use is Pre-Seed. We have been using throughout our TCC journey. It definitely helps in intimate moments whenever, you know, you're not where you need to be to try, but you would like to. It is recommended for couples who are trying to conceive because some other lubricants are like kind of gunky and they will stop the sperm from getting where it needs to be. So this is clinically proven that it will mimic your own CM or cervical mucus, so where it doesn't hinder your chances of getting pregnant. Another product that I use off and on is a digital thermometer. I have this one I bought from Amazon myself, and it links with the Premom app, and it is a basal body thermometer. And basically this is temperature charting. If you've never heard of it, it is very scientific, and I got really heavy into it and I became kind of obsessive with it, so I kind of backed off on it. So I haven't been using it these past couple of months, but if you're somebody who is really data driven and really want to see all of the possible ways to confirm a pregnancy, this is definitely a good indication that you may have conceived. You take your temperature once a day at the exact same time every day and chart it that way, and from the temperature increase and decrease, rise and fall, you will see the pregnancy, the conception, and then get a confirmed pregnancy. I have only done research where I have seen the fall and the rise of the confirmed pregnancy, but it is definitely another way of tracking and confirming a pregnancy. So the last thing that I will cover is pregnancy tests. I have many different variations of pregnancy tests. I have the more expensive pregnancy tests because these range like $12 for 2 to $20 for 3. They are digital tests, and I usually only use these whenever I'm trying to confirm my cheapy test, very similar to what I do whenever I am testing for ovulation. So I have Lantique and Pregnitude cheapy tests. I also had Acumed, which is a very similar brand. They come just like this, individually wrapped with just a little stick that you dip for 3 seconds and then read. But basically I like to keep these well stocked so that whenever testing time does come around, these are the ones that I pull out first. And then if I start to see even the slightest little line, then I will pull out the digital test. Normally I don't reach for the clear blue. My first response is my first choice. It is said that the pink dye tests read a little easier than the blue tests and that they're more accurate. So I do have more clear blue than I have of first response, just because I'm using the first response more than I do the clear blue. My plan is that in the future, when I do conceive, I will be testing with these at first, and then I'll get that little slight line. I will confirm it with a first response and then double confirm it with a clear blue test. So that's kind of the line of thought process as to why I have so many. But that is pretty much it for my top 10 Amazon must-haves for TTC. Please let me know down below if you have a question. I will be sure to try to answer it to the best of my capabilities. Like I say, I am not a doctor. These are just recommendations based on my personal experience. But like I said, if you have a question, please feel free to leave it below. I will answer it the best I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!